Hey guys, it's RX here and welcome back to my channel, and we are back at it again with yet another Switch review, and we are back on the Switch grind. Today, I am very much excited to try this one out. Let's all take a look and listen at the TTC Old School Switch. But first, a quick message to our channel sponsor, the good people at PCBWay. PCBWay is your one-stop shop for all your PCB prototyping needs, and let me tell you that they do offer a lot and even offers a keyboard prototyping. They do offer CNC and 3D printing. Just select CNC machining, drop your files, and get instant codes. I already tried their CNC before and it turned out pretty well, as you can see on the photos shown. If you are interested with these kinds of services, head over now to PCBWay.com, links in the description. A quick disclaimer before the video starts that the Switches was sent by Vala Supply for a review, but I wasn't paid to make the video, and of course I'll give you guys my honest and unbiased opinion about the Switch. If you plan to purchase the Switches, I'll put my affiliate link down below, and check out all Vala Supply's link on my description down below. Let's take a look at the Switches. The Switches were inspired by the Cherry Black or the MX Black's linear switch. As per TTC, they refined and reinvented with their iconic walled stem, designed and a P1 plastic blend. They promise that it has that tight and smooth linear experience with minimal wobbles. The Switches are sold in packs of 10, coming in at $5.90, and was manufactured by TTC. Now, breaking down the materials on the Switch, it's a 5-pin switch. We have PA nylon for the top housing and bottom housing. We have the P1 blend for the stem. Springs have a 55-gram actuation and 68-gram bottom out with a 3.8mm throttle travel. The switches come in unlubed. Now, in today's video, we'll be doing our usual, but we'll not be doing a stock versus lube comparison, as I actually think the Switches sounds and feels good out of the box, and I want you guys to be the judge. Now, we'll be having a sound comparison versus other linear switches, and speaking of the sound, please do keep in mind that the sound and experience will always vary depending on your keyboard build, meaning to say that it might sound and feel different depending on your board. Now, for the Soundtest, of course, we'll be using our Vega 65, and I'll put my configurations down below. The keycaps on the Soundtest are a GMK Higanbana, which you can get at Vala Supply. Now, if you want to hear my thoughts and opinion or the review about the Switch, please do stick around at the end of the Soundtest, or feel free to check the timestamps. So with all of that out of the way, please do enjoy the Soundtest on the TTC Old School Linear Switch. So that was a sound test for the TTC Old School Switches. Please do let me know on what you think about them on the comment section down below, and let's have some quick discussions. If you also made it up to this point of the video, thank you so much for staying, and now let's talk about my thoughts and opinion about the Switch. Let's talk about my thoughts on the feel. The switches didn't came in pre-factory lube as per the website, but I was surprised how smooth they are on stock or out of the box. They actually felt like they had been pre-factory lubed. It didn't have that raw plastic feeling or that mushy stock feeling when I was typing on them, and just smooth out of the box. I would also like to highlight how this actually kind of resembles the feeling of that classic cherry black switches. The PA nylon blend that they use on here feels so nice when typing, especially on the topping out and the bottoming out. I actually felt like I was using a cherry switch at some point. I also like the springs here. The feel of the 55-gram actuation and the 68-gram is just a good balance for me. It's not too light, not too heavy, just in between of my typing experience or preference. I can really feel every key press, making it more satisfying when using it rather. I would say that you can really use them out of the box, and if ever for some reason you don't like the stock, you can of course lube them based on your preference. I'm just surprised how nice they feel on stock. And now moving on to my thoughts on the sound. Same with the feel, I am actually surprised how nice it sounded out of the box. Although I did hear a little bit of leaf tick, but to be honest, it's barely noticeable when typing. It didn't sound plasticky, aggressive, and all over the place on stock. I would say maybe lubing them a bit lightly would have made it sound a little bit better, but nonetheless, it sounded good on stock for me. Now, I would say it has a little bit of that poppy cherry switch sound signature that we all know, and has a little bit of scratch, which I don't mind. So it sounded poppy on our Vega, a bit of a high pitch if you ask me, but not that aggressive enough in my opinion. Overall, I would say that these switches, or the TTC Old School Linear Switch, are nice out of the box and has that a little bit of resemblance with the cherry black switches. And also, you can't go wrong if you plan lubing them just in case you don't like the stock experience. I would say the pricing is okay, and of course, I think it could have been lowered if they didn't put the RGB diffuser, and it's also a nice linear to have or to try, especially if you haven't tried any TTC switch before. I would say this would be under the radar for a while. If ever, as per usual, my suggestion is get 30 packs first for you to try on your alphas and modifiers if ever you are unsure, and if ever if you want to commit in buying the full switch. And that's it for the video, guys. I hope you all like the review on the TTC Old School Switches, and I hope you find it helpful. If you do, please don't forget to like the video and check out my affiliate link down below in case you would be interested. What's next? Well, we have 2 more switch review from Vala Supply, and we'll be reviewing the SPR75 by Akko, so please stay tuned for that. Again, please don't forget to like the video, share if you want, and of course, subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys on the next Soundtest. Peace.